Welcome to Gearbin TV. I'm Stephen Norris.
And I'm Michelle Atagana, and today we are going to be comparing the Galaxy 10.1
to the iPad 2.
Which one is better, which one is awesomer?
And of course, the iPad 2 is awesomer. So
And
let's get down to it.
Okay, so Galaxy 10.1, the latest in Samsung's Galaxy range. Super sleek, super thin, sexy. I mean, look at this device. It's beautiful.
Look how thick your device is.
It's not.
Compared to the iPad 2. I mean, when it comes to design, Apple's got you beat down.
Never.
Down
Look
to
at
the
this. Let's put it together. Look at this. This is much thinner. It's
know
about what,
about
8
that,
millimeters?
Michelle. You've got all those buttons sticking out the side. There's
Two buttons.
Three buttons for the iPad 2. Barely noticeable.
The Galaxy 10.1 runs Honeycomb, which is an amazing operating system.
Does it run Honeycomb? I heard
Yes.
it's terrible. Apple runs iOS, okay?
Oh please, Honeycomb is so smooth. You can transition easily. I mean, look at my multitasker. It's brilliant.
All
You
I
go
see
to
there
it, you
is
go
screen
back.
lag and screen tear. When I move on my iPad 2, boom.
What
smooth
lag?
as butter.
What lag?
You see the little bits of frame stutter? That is called lag, Michelle. That is what you are suffering from.
Suffering from lag. Oh yes, Mr. iPad and my closed platform. I can customize this whichever way I want. Download apps from the store that will help me customize it to my look and feel the way I want it. Tell me how you can do that on the iPad too.
Well,
Please.
you can download whatever you want from iTunes, which is the biggest app store, in the world. It smacks the Galaxy App Store in the face, which is pretty clunky because I use it on a few phones.
No, I mean, okay, fine, granted, the iTunes store has been around forever, we get it. But Apple's been around forever. Android is new and it's catching up so quickly to this device. Okay, let's talk about the specifications that these devices have. We'll begin with the iPad 2.
Alright, this has got an A5 processor inside it, which is the fastest mobile processor you get for tablets. Can you beat the A5?
Granted, this has got dual-core processor, Tegra 2 processor.
Gaming on here, incredible. The camera, okay, at a low point, horrible. How's your camera?
This camera is crisp, hey.
But look, it's for fun. The FaceTime works really well when you want to
True, I'll give it FaceTime.
FaceTime is smooth, it's flawless, and Skype in here works like a dream. This is a perfect laptop replacement for someone who doesn't know how to use a laptop.
You don't have to think to use this.
It's too much. It's too cluttered.
How is it too much? It's not cluttered. You can bring in all your most used apps to the home page so you can access them easily. Typing is amazing on this. I mean, seriously, you want to type, it's brilliant. This keyboard is too small. Look at that. There's no ways to make a mistake. I mean, seriously, it's perfect.
I've taken this to conferences. It has been the perfect conference device.
So is this.
I've got Evernote.
I've got Evernote.
YouTube.
I've got YouTube.
I have GPS.
I've got GPS. I've got Google Maps even. Although I do recommend don't use the native browser, it takes up a lot of data. I'd rather use Opera Mini.
See, iOS, the Safari browser, incredible. And the updated one for iOS 5 with its tabs, unbelievably fast and smooth as hell.
I don't know how I feel about Safari, hey. I'm not a fan of Safari, and I'm a Mac user, and I'm still not a fan of Safari.
I'm a fan of Safari. I like how it renders its pages.
Really?
Because it strips out the crap like Flash.
Okay, well, yes, that's a low point, but we can't really, get away from that. Some people say Flash isn't completely dead.
Okay, well, let's talk about battery life. The battery life in here, outstanding. 2 days non-stop.
5. I can have this. I can fully charge. I can use it for 5 days without having to recharge, and that's with at least a good 4 hours use out of it, including Angry Birds.
Okay, so can you? What about additional memory? How much memory is on here?
This is 16 gig.
So is mine.
The problem I do have with all tablets as well is where are your USBs? I mean, what is up with that? Why would anyone not do this?
What is up with the USB? There are phones that have USB.
Exactly. What's the problem here?
What is stopping them from plugging in extra? Because they all want the cloud. They all want us to stream our data.
Exactly. So why not give me that? Although this has a killer speaker. The speaker is amazing. It's absolutely fantastic.
The audio in here is not too bad. I mean, it is an Apple product from the iPod line of music. As a work device, how do you rate it?
Okay, as a work device, this is great. It's great for conferences. It's amazing to take quick notes on.
But as a laptop,
as a great recording device, it's actually when I'm out of the office, this is a great tool to have. I do use 3G on here. I've got 3G SIM card, and I use about 100 megs a week.
Yeah,
So-
the iPad is a data hog. With all its updates and its high resolution apps that you got to download, you can easily do a gig a week. And for 3G
A
users,
gig a week.
you could very easily do a gig a week. And for 3G users, it's just not feasible. So that is a major stickler.
Also, how do you rate this as an out-of-office device when you're at conferences?
It's fine. I was at a half-day conference with Evernote. It's not bad, despite the Evernote issues that it doesn't sync correctly sometimes, and I lose a bit of work. So, how about what apps do you like to use on here?
I've got this amazing news app called Pulse, which aggregates all my news that I've chosen, which is amazing.
Well, what I have is Flipboard, which aggregates all my news and social media into this beautiful magazine-like style.
That's actually pretty cool.
Gorgeous, and it intersperses your data
Yeah.
with the news. Magazines on the iPad look fantastic. Like I've only got Cosmo on here, and I don't read Cosmo, but I would read it on the iPad because they're adding interactive features.
I love Google Translate on the tab. It's quick and easy to do. Translate something quickly. It's great for when you're overseas. You can actually just translate stuff and because you got the voice as well. So someone speaks to you and you just put it automatically translates for you, which is pretty awesome. I'm sure you got that with the iPad though.
iPad doesn't need those silly Google products. iPad has got its own applications that you can just download and translate stuff.
Silly Google products, huh?
Silly Google products.
Yeah, sure. Well, what mail are we syncing to our iPad, by the way?
Gmail.
Google product, huh?
It's a ways. It's a means.
My favorite app, though, I'm not gonna lie, is Fruit Ninja.
I also love Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja.
But I'm going to tell you this right now. It runs much smoother on here.
Lies.
Really? We
Totally
can directly
runs
compare.
better. Let's do it. Let's go to arcade mode.
Something's off. I'd much rather play it on here.
There's nothing wrong with it. Which is better, the 10.1 or the iPad 2? To be honest, the 10.1 comes pretty close to the iPad 2, but let's face it, Apple defined tablets. However, if Samsung keeps creating devices like the 10.1, they could one day take it away from Apple.
But probably not.
I'm Michelle Tagana,
I'm Stephen Orris.
and you've been watching Gibbon
TV.